Hi everyone. So today I'm going to give you a quick overview of the Polk Signature Series S35e high resolution speaker. This is marketed as a center speaker, and as you can see on the box, it is advertised as an lCR, which is a left, center and right channel speaker. However, I'm afraid to say that this is not a tri-wireable speaker. It's only got two binding posts at the back, so unfortunately you won't be able to have three discrete channels coming from this soundbar like speaker. It's a beautifully made speaker. I'm quite a big fan of the Signature series. It's a very big, loud, large sounding type of speaker. The Signature range, they've had a few iterations of them so far. They started off with the S15, S whatever it was, and then it moved on to the S model number with the E at the end, and now you've got the Signature Elite series, which is the ES models. They've all got slight tweaks in the crossovers, but the build quality, the actual configuration is very much the same. I would say the initial iteration didn't come with the dust caps on the center drivers. They were just a nice smooth cone, but the subsequent ones do come. I quite like the original series without the black dust cap in the center. Nevertheless, we've got the manual. I can give you a quick look at the manual. For those of you that don't have it, you can see some specs. But the center speaker itself, it's just a beautifully made type of speaker. It's got a power port at the back, two on each side. This is in the lovely finish called a white walnut. It's smooth, not very textured, but it's got the lovely detailing on it. The grill itself is made of this lovely type of material, more resistant to frays than some of the older speaker materials that we use to cover grills. It's magnetized, so it just snaps on and snaps off. It does feel a bit flimsy because the plastic itself is quite thin, so I think it might be prone to cracking, but nevertheless, very nicely made. And upon removing the grill, it reveals these really beautiful, in my opinion, drivers with that array of three drivers on the right, the centered silk dome tweeter, and the three drivers on the other side. You've got a nice bit of touch with detailing, printing on the driver itself, slightly dust cap in the middle. It's got fairly decent excursion on the driver, but these are high resolution speakers. And that tweeter in the middle does all the grunt work for the high-end sound. The speaker itself is around 6.5 kilograms in weight, and I'm just going to give you a rough estimate in terms of dimensions. About 60 centimeters or 62 centimeters in length. The depth with the power port is approximately, I would say, about 16 centimeters with the grill on, and the height, the idea of this design was to be able to make it easier to fit under some of the newer TVs that are around, whereas a lot of the previous or hi-fi center speakers are quite thick, and that's probably around 11 centimeters in height. Just give you a quick look at the back. You've got a lovely emblem at the back showing a bit of a power port, and that is the binding post for just a single left and right positive negative wire, and that's just a bit of a write-up in there on the label at the back. So very nicely made speaker, nice and solid. You can hear from the box itself. Paperwork that comes with it, beautiful Polk detailing. It comes with a drilling template, which I quite like. So if ever you wanted to wall mount this under your speaker, that just takes the difficulty out of measuring it up and making sure it's level. So those are the Signature series. This is the owner's manual. It's got various different languages, but for those of you that want to read a bit more about what's in it, you are welcome to pause and read. Hopefully you can put this in high definition and get the details from the writing. And as always, please feel free to subscribe. I try to put as many videos as I can for the different hi-fi bits that I come across, and I'd love to hear your comments, and when I do have time I will reply to them. As you can see, this talks about bi-wiring and bi-amping, but this particular speaker is not, you're not able to do that. So this is not as important as the Signature series specification, so have a look at that and you can use that to compare. So these models, the S60, S55, S50e, are the floor standing speakers. In fact, I've got a pair of S50s, the original Signature series, and trust me, in a standalone room you don't need a subwoofer. It performs fairly well. And apologies, I mentioned this was a silk dome tweeter. It's actually a Terylene high resolution dome tweeter, as mentioned there. Recommended amplification 20 to 150 watts. It's an 8 ohm rated speaker, and the frequency is 70 hertz to 40 kilohertz with a sensitivity of 89 decibels. And there we go. Back here are the dimensions that will make it a bit useful for you to have, and that's the S35e. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you soon.